Oh. Namaste everyone. Last class we have seen the karmashaya and kleshas. Kleshas are the mool or the root for karmashaya, and the karmashaya leads to good and bad result. We have seen like klesha mula karmashaya drishta janma vedaniha. We have seen the problems and upcoming sin or upcoming problems we have. So we have seen the kleshas and their effect also, karmashaya, and that karmashaya leads to drishta vedaniha and adrishta vedaniha. Seen problem, what we have seen in earlier age or earlier past, and unseen means upcoming problems, and that leads to jatayu bhoga. Sati mule tad vipaka jatayu bhoga. By that mula means avidya or panchaklesha. Jatayu bhoga. Jati will be there, means the category will be there, species, jati, ayu, lifespan, and bhoga, enjoyment will be there. We discuss, and this sutra will be discussing how the panchakleshas they affect. Let's see. Sutra tells, te hlada paritapa phalaha punna apunna hetutvat. Te hlada paritapa phalaha punna apunna hetutvat. Te. This word te is related to earlier sutra. Earlier sutra was talking regarding the kleshas, pancha kleshas, avidya, smita, raga, dvesha, abhidvesha. So the te, the bahuvachananta sabda stands for all 5 kleshas. So te means we can take as pancha klesha or 5 kinds of obstacles, applications. Panchaklesha. Hlada. Hlada means happiness. Let's take the meaning of happiness. We'll discuss. Happiness. Paritapa means dukkha or sorrow. Phala means a result. So that what is telling here, te means all kinds of applications or kleshas, avidyadi, gives two dimensional effect. Hlada and paritapa. Hlada means happiness. It gives happiness. See, avidya sometimes gives happiness and sometimes gives sorrow. Asmita also sometimes gives happiness and sorrow. Raga also gives same thing. Asmita also same. Dvesha also same thing. So all the 5 kleshas, they act both. Like panchavrittyaha, they act as both kleshta and aklishta. Sometimes it gives pleasure, sometimes pain. Same thing, this 5 kleshas sometimes gives happiness, sometimes gives sorrow. So that one he has written here. Te means all 5 kleshas avidyadi. Hlada gives happiness sometimes, and sometimes paritapaha. Paritapa means, tapa means sorrow. Pari means when it is surrounded. The tapha, dukkha, when it's surrounded fully, covered fully, that's called paritapa. Purna rupena tapha paritapa, paripurna. The tapha is filled fully. Pari. Like we use word parivesha. Pari means surrounding. Vesha means veshanam or being present there. So what is covered fully, that's called parivesha. Surrounded fully. Same word explained here. Paritapa means the fully covering of tapaha or surrounding of tapa is known as sorrow, and tapa is known as the pain, sorrow. Paritapa. So the kleshas give 2-dimensional result, hlada and paritapa, happiness and sorrows. Phala. Phala means result. So result of the kleshas is telling here, and that 5 kleshas, they act as this way. Hlada and paritapa. Sometimes gives happiness and sometimes gives sorrows. Whatever the kleshas you take, avidya take, asmita, dvesha, among these 5, anyone you take, it has 2-dimensional to work. One is happiness, one is sorrow. Phalaha, the result what gives, that is telling here, punna apunna hetutvat. Sometimes the happiness kleshas give punya, and unhappiness or sorrows give apunya. So here hlada is punna and paritapa is apunya. Punya means something good, auspicious. Apunya means sins or bad. Here you can take the one meaning is that good or it's called sins. Apunya. Good word, bad word. Hetutvat. Hetu means the result or the cause of that. So what is telling here? The Pancha Klesha, Avidya, Shmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. This five is known as Te. Means all five Kleshas has two kinds of form, to work, to act. Hlada and Paritapa. Hlada means gives happiness, Paritapa means sorrows. Okay. And the result of these two happiness and sorrows is Punna Apunya. Punna means something good which is related to Hlada, happiness, and Apunya is related to Paritapa as a result and the cause of this. The cause is Avidyadi. Hetu means cause of. So last sutra you discussed regarding the kleshas and they have the effect good and bad, punya and apunya. Based on that, this sutra we will be learning the three types of dukhyas under parinamas. So this sutra tells about parinamatapasanskaraduhkha gunavritti vridhacha dukham eva sarvam vivekinah. Parinama tapa Samaskara Dukhehi Guna Vritti Vridhacha Dukham Eva Sarvam Vivekinaha. Line is telling like this. Parinama, as last to have discussed, like Tehlada Paritapa Phala. Parinama means Parinamatiti Parinamaha. Means going on changing. Means continuous changing process it has. If you take like mobile, today Apple mobile has some other versions, tomorrow it will come some other new versions, next day some other. So it's going on increasing, going on developing, parinama, changing, continuous, or manifestations, coming new versions. That's called parinama. Tapaha. Tapaha means heat. What means heat? Samaskara means impressions. Dukhe means sorrows. So here explain, sorrows are three-dimensional, three types. Parinama, tapa, samaskarehi. Parinama, dukha means, for example, if we take, this is the dukha, you should count. Parinama dukha, tapa dukha and samaskara dukha. Three types of dukhyas explained here. What is parinama dukha? It's explained. For example, if you like to eat a very good item, good food, if you eating continuously, even though it's good, you like that item, that food, after a certain time you will feel bored. You don't want that item again and again, because you will be attracted towards some other things. If you have a good mobile, any company mobile, Lenovo mobile, you will be using 1 year, 2 years. Next year you want some other new mobile. So your interest is going on changing. Okay. And dukhas also continuous going on changing. Today you purchase one mobile, after 2 years it will be next mobile, you will purchase next mobile. So you had dukhya in first mobile. You felt sorrow, that is not a good one. So you want next. After getting next, you will be spending 2-3 years. Again that will be the not good one. That you feel bored there also. So your dukkha is going on continuously. So that kind of dukkha or parinama kind of dukkha is known as parinama dukkha. Means which dukkha is not stable, continuous changing. Today you are interested towards one girl, tomorrow you will be interested towards some other. So because you lose the interest from first girls, why? You felt dukkha, something is odd, something is not matching. You go into next girls, there will not be matching something. Again going next. So dukkha is going on continuously. It started from here, it's going on continuously. So dukkha is going on. So that kind of dukkha is called parinama dukkha. Means parinamati, continuous. The word means will be continuous. Continuous dukkha. Tapaha means heat. Means what kind of dukkha make your body chitta is heat. Heated thoughts. For example, you have one small car, Maruti Alto you have, for example. or Maruti 800. When you're nearby or your neighbor purchase Innova or some other vehicle, Mahindra XUV 500 purchase means, you will feel tapa towards that. You will feel tapa towards that. That kind of tapa is dukkha, is known as tapa dukkha. Tapa means your chitta will become fully heated. Dvesha bhava comes. You will become frustrated, angry towards them because you have small one and they have the big one. Okay. Suppose your salary is this much, 20,000. One who gets 50, 60, you will be having dvesha towards that person. And your chitta will become hot of that kind of thoughts. Your chitta will become hot and frustrated by that kind of thoughts, dvesha thoughts. That kind of dukkha is called tapaha. Tapa is called dvesha thought. Okay, your chitta will be fully frustrated. Samaskara. Samaskara means this will form like a dukkha. Samskara means earlier impression level thoughts. For example, your any close relatives has passed away. And after 1 year, 2 years, again you are remembering that person and you are feeling dukkha. Because that was the impressions kept in your brain, in your chitta. That kind of samskara gives the dukkha. That is called samaskara dukkha. So, impression level. So, impression level, if you keep anything and again you recall that things, you feel dukkha. So, that call is called dukkha. Samskara dukkha. So here explain 3 types of dukkha. Parinama dukkha means which is going on changing. Today you are attracted towards a person. Tomorrow you will be attracted towards some other. Next day some other. So when you feel something bad in the first person, then only you are changing. Okay. So your dukkha is going on changing, not stable. That kind of dukkha is called parinama dukkha. Tapa dukkha means when your chitta is fully heated by the negative things, like your salary is less, her salary is more, so you will become heated, your chitta will become fully heated or dvesha related because she is getting more. So that kind of dukkha is called tapa dukkha. And samaskara means impression level. If anyone, your good heartly person pass away, if you think second time, recall that things, you will feel dukkha. That is called samaskara dukkha. So 3 types of dukkha explained under this. Next explain guna vritti virodhacha. Guna vritti. 3 guna we know. Sattvas, rajas and tamas. 3 guna. Vritti means their function. Vritti means function or action. Action of the vritti, function of the gunas will be different. Sattva guna always make you to go up. Sattva guna. Rajas guna will make you to be present. Rajas. Sattva and tamas guna will kick you down or make you down. So these are the gunas and they have their own action. If you want to grow, you should acquire sattva guna. If you want to get down, you should acquire tamas guna. And if you want to stable, rajas guna is good. So rajas is maintaining all these things. So I explain gunanam vritti, guna vritti. When the action also different in the level of guna, virodha, they have their virodha, means separate function. Virodha, they are not coming together, they are going outward. They are not together things. They are virodhi, against each other. Sattva guna, rajas guna together cannot stay. If sattva is more, tamas should be less, or tamas is more, sattva should be less. So, and rajas also. So they are not in equal state. Virodha. Equal state means there is no any kind of things. Then directly you will be present in the level of prakriti, samatva. That's called triguna samyavastha prakriti. So when this kind of virodha comes, guna vritti, due to the gunanam vritti, the modification of this guna. So here I am telling guna vritti virodhacha. Even there is a virodha against thoughts under the gunas also. Sattva guna is try to go up, means tries make you to go up. Tamas making you down, and rajas maintaining these things. So even though they are not in a same line, if you want to get prosperity, you should acquire this sattva. If you want to get dull, tamas, and if you want to maintain that situation, it's rajas. So they have their own virodha against each other, and they not make you to go further because they have some other virodhi nature. Virodha cha is the linker, it gets linked between this phrase and this phrase. Virodha cha dukham eva sarvam vivekinaha. Dukham means sorrows only. Sarvam, all places, for viveki, wise person and scholar. So for a scholar or a wise person, everything and everywhere is dukkha only. If you see this statement, parinamatapasanskaraduhkha, tapaduhkha and samaskaraduhkha, everywhere dukkha is there. Parinamatapasanskaraduhkha means it gets changes. Today it's one dukkha, tomorrow will be some other dukkha. For example, today you have dukkha, sorrows related to your career, tomorrow relations, day after tomorrow will be, the dukkha will be related to society, and so on so. It's going on changing. So that kind of dukkha is continuous. It's called parinama. Tapa means due to the, I told you have very less things and other person have the more things or much more success, the success person than me. So you feel dukkha, dvesha, tapa, frustrated. That kind of thoughts, that kind of dukkha is known as tapa dukkha, and samskara dukkha means you feel impressions. Like your die-hearted person has gone and you are recalling that person and you feel dukkha. So three dukkha plus guna vritti vradhacha. Gunanam vritti. They have their functioning of the gunas are different. Sattva is going up, tamas down, and rajas maintaining these things. Means they are not in same globe. Their direction is different. They have their own egoism. They are against each other. Means if the gunas is against each other, how a person can work according to his wish? Cannot. Because gunas are different only. So sometimes that also you have seen experience. Suppose you want to do some other thing, but you cannot do. Because gunas are different. So that's why statement given, dukham eva, everywhere is sarvam. Means every places, in all cases. For a viveki, every places, everything is dukhyam only. No sukham. Now questions come. There is small doubt. How sukha things will give dukkha? Dukkha means parinama samskara dukkha guna virodhacha dukkha sarvam vivekina. Okay. Hlada paritapaphala punyapunya hetutva. How a hlada means happy things will give dukkha. Paritapa means already dukkha things will give dukkha. That's correct. But how a sukha thing can you give dukkha? For example, you given a birth a child. When the child had born, he was very happy. Sukha. Hlada. And when the child is punishing you and doing something bad things to you or not taking care of you, then you will feel dukkha. So same thing it was giving sukha when it took birth, and at the end giving dukkha. So in this world there is no any specific thing which gives you sukha. Everything is related to dukkha because everything evolved from prakriti. Prakriti itself, everything is start means everything has the triguna, and triguna is related to modification, and whatever the things are related to modification, it has the quality of dukkha. That's why this statement given for a viveki or a wise person. Viveki means wise person. For a wise person, everything is dukkha only. So this sutra is telling like there is no sukha. If you think this is giving sukha to you, but ultimately it gives dukkha only. Today is maybe giving sukha, tomorrow or day after tomorrow it will give dukkha. If you in new relations, today you will be happy, you will be sukhi, and after 1 month, 1 year you will be in dukkha due to some extra situation, external work, or maybe outer any effect, society effect, whatever. So this sutra tells is there, everywhere dukkha is dukkha only. For a viveki person. And for a aviveki person, he may see sukha and dukkha differently. For a wise person, everything is dukkha. Vyasa was explained Vyasa. For example, salt on bindu or salt drop falls on your body. Can you measure? No. But if the salt drop falls on your eyes, you feel the problem. Because when it falls on your body, you cannot identify. It's very sukshma, subtlest. When it falls on your eyes, even though it's subtlest, it has the effect. So Viveki Purusha, who has sensitivity, he can understand there. And a person who is have no sensitivity, he cannot understand even though salt fall on his body. So here he is telling, who can identify that salt in his eyes, he is called Viveki. And who cannot identify the salt on his body, he is called Aviveki. So this way explain Dukkha is everywhere. That line stands for Sarvam Dukhameva Sarvam Vivekinaha. Those who are wise person, for them everything is Dukkha only. So